Hi, everyone, and good Friday to you. And I have a good forecast for you for the first time in a long time. Now, bear in mind, it's not for the weekend and it's not for tonight, but with the first day of summer being today, I've got a summer-like forecast at the end of it, at least several days, dry, sunny, and hot, or very warm. I'll be glad to share that with you, and you'll be glad to hear it, I'm sure. Tonight's headlines will include sitting down with McGoffin County's Judge Executive Matthew Wireman earlier today to talk about back taxes, which the county has received a portion thereof just as of today from some of the companies owned by Jim Justice, the governor of West Virginia, and the Justice family. Millions of dollars in taxes and penalties and interest owed to just a few eastern Kentucky counties alone. And of course, the state has forgiven those penalties and interest, and now counties are getting at least some of those funds. We'll see how that worked out for the county and hear his thoughts on the matter. I've also got your 4th of July celebration, another 4th of July event, a really good one, a cute one on our calendar, birthdays and other announcements as well. And of course, your updated forecast and a couple of other stories before we get to all of that, before we're leaving you for what I hope is going to be a wonderful weekend. Dry or not, it won't be dry. The Pike County Detention Center is back to normal operating procedure after a lockdown was initiated earlier this morning after a member of the staff was opening some mail and a white powdery substance fell out of one of the packages or envelopes, and that individual started to exhibit some signs of possibly being affected by that substance. They did bring in a hazmat team. They did do several tests to the substance, which was feared to have been possibly something toxic, maybe even something as strong or as fatal as fentanyl. However, it was determined to be simple over-the-counter medications for stomach and other issues. No injuries were sustained. There was at least one individual taken to the hospital for or for observation, but was released thereafter. Just a scare and nothing more, but I'm sure a serious one. I spoke on the phone just earlier this afternoon with McGoffin County Superintendent of Schools Scott Helton. There is now officially a new principal, my apologies, at South McGoffin Elementary following the recent retirement of Mark Rice, who has served in that capacity for quite some time. Mr. Helton tells me that he officially hired actually a teacher at South McGoffin Elementary for the past 9 years, who taught 5 years before that at Sagersville Grade School with 14 years of teaching experience in the McGoffin County High School. Mr. Stephen Cole has now officially accepted the job and position of principal at South McGoffin Elementary. His first official day will be July the 1st. The following day, on July the 2nd, there is a principal's meeting, which I will be in attendance for a couple of different things, and we'll be able to sit down and hopefully then or soon thereafter talk with Mr. Cole. Also on our radar here at Your News Today, and certainly the Sagersville Independent as well, as Heather Oney is already working on the matter, we're going to, of course, be doing a feature on Mr. Mark Rice and his many years of service to the McGoffin County School District and principal at South McGoffin Elementary. Also on our new principal, Stephen Cole. And also, as I learned during the last Board of Education meeting, I didn't cover that in the actual Board of Education report because we were saving this, but just to let you know, Vicki Jo Howard is retiring as of this year, and for the last several years she has been investing a lot of her efforts into the Adult Education Center, seeing just this past meeting a total of 19 people, 19 adults getting their GEDs here in McGoffin County. And a total of, well, dozens have gone through that program, and as a result of which will further their education, their careers, and their lives. And that, too, will be a story that we'll be focusing on here very soon at Your News Today and The Independent. That program, sadly, however, is still going to continue after her retirement, but not just because of her retirement, but for other issues, is being moved to the Big Sandy Community Technical College campus. So it's no longer going to be in McGoffin County. We regret to report, but that is just something that had to happen, as I understand. A complete report on all of that at a later time. Right now, let's talk about taxes and some collected. Counties like McGoffin and some other coal-producing counties as well, Pike and Harlan, of course, not, are owed or were owed a total anywhere from $3.5 to $4 million in back taxes and penalties and interest by the Justice companies. Jim Justice, of course, the governor of West Virginia, and his family own well more than 100 companies, many of them coal-producing companies, many of which owe serious back taxes, totaling about $3.5 to $4 million, like I said, just for those 4 eastern Kentucky counties. They have struck a deal with the state of Kentucky to pay the face value of those taxes and forego the penalties and interest. And in speaking with Magoffin County Judge Executive Matt Wireman earlier today, I learned that he thinks that while this was a state decision, he thinks that the state made that decision based on the fact that in this particular case and with these types of situations, the property which generates those taxes is tangible property and not real. It's not real property that you can go and put a lien against and sell to try to recoup your cost or those taxes, but it's tangible property on equipment, for example, that's no longer here. So left with any other options, it appears as though the state has struck a deal with the Justice Company, and Magoffin County has already seen a portion of the monies owed to them as of today.
Right now, the span of tax years that for delinquent bills is going from 2015 through 2018. And this is the amount we're supposed to be getting in total for all taxing districts is 151,189, and that's face value only. It doesn't include any penalties, interest, fees, those kind of things that go along with delinquent tax bills.
Of that $151,000, Wireman tells me that the county has already received a check for $87,000, with the remainder to be paid in monthly installments over the course of 6 months or a year thereafter. All of the money to be distributed accordingly among Magoffin County's taxing districts.
Primarily, the two largest taxing districts in the county is the county got fiscal court and the school system, and depending on the tax year. Because this is personal property, not real estate, the rates vary, but typically the county one year will get 30% of it and could get up to 38 the next year, and the same thing happened for the school district. All the other ones are minimal amounts, and they're going from 4 to 7 to 9% for like library extension and those kind of things.
So how did this come to you? I know this was a state decision.
Well, I was contacted by the county attorney's office and asked what my thoughts were, and I, like everyone else, I want everybody to pay their tax bills like they should. I don't think that there should be a reprieve, but this is on personal property, tangible property, and it's one of those situations where it's not real property. Real property is attached. It's dirt. It's farms, it's homes, it's those kind of things. And if you file the proper legal, if you file lawsuits or whatever and go through the way to get a lien on property, if you go that way on taxes, you have something that you could go get and sell. These bills are the tangible, the personal property type things, where being coal mining, Kentucky Fuels, there's probably primary loaders and rock trucks and excavators and bulldozers and blasting equipment and all that kind of stuff that have been moved out of Magoffin County. And in order for us to go through that process, we could go through that process, the county attorney could file suit, we could get a judgment, and then the only thing that we would get out of that judgment would be a piece of paper saying they owe us $6. We would end up then trying through whatever legal means to get something from an out-of-state company. It's kind of the bird in the hand versus two in the bush kind of deal, where we got an amount that's been settled upon by the state. We didn't sign anything. We didn't agree to anything. They came and said, we've got the opportunity to get you some money, get a settlement out of this, and they went ahead and made those decisions. Now, I don't know if we could have or should have filed anything on it, but again, long and short of it is the county's going to end up getting 30 or 40% of $150,000, and we need the cash. But hopefully this will bring about maybe some legislative actions to change the way these processes work.
Justice is estimated to be worth about $1.5 billion. Reports of this nature surrounding he and many of the justice companies have been frequent and alike. Forbes magazine, for example, just a couple of months ago had an article that they titled "The Deadbeat Billionaire," calling it the inside story of how West Virginia Governor Jim Justice ducks taxes and slow pays his bills. But it does appear as though, as you just heard, that at least Magoffin and hopefully other counties too are getting some of the money that they can certainly use. I'll be right back. Did you know that with the IGA Personal Rewards Card, real people are getting really big discounts on gas? Just sign up at IGA, and from then on, for every $50 you spend on groceries, you get anywhere from 5 to 25 cents off on each gallon of gas you buy at VIP Fuels on the Parkway. This customer saved $1.75 a gallon, and some have paid only 10 cents a gallon for 15 gallons of gas. And it's quick because your points stack up. And most weeks, IGA has double, triple, or even 5 times the points. And they'll give you another 10 cents off every time you share your receipt on the IGA Facebook page showing you've saved 50 cents or more. It's almost like free gas at your Sayersville IGA. Just like that, we've jumped into the spring allergy season with all the buds and blooms, tree and grass pollen, mold, and all the nasal congestion, sneezing, itchy nose and eyes and throat that they cause. Don't get caught off guard. Protect yourself daily with a quick trip to Parkway Pharmacy for over-the-counter and prescription relief. And you can always log into parkwaypharmacy.com to have your prescriptions ready when you get there at Parkway Pharmacy in Sayersville.
SSI and disability cases are harder to win these days. You need all the help you can get. If the government has turned you down, I will not. Many factors are considered when a claim is being processed, like your age, education, physical, and mental disabling conditions. When it comes time to winning your disability case, you should not face a federal judge alone. You need an attorney who is experienced, determined, hardworking, knowledgeable, and dedicated to helping you win benefits that you deserve. If you need help with your SSI or disability case, call me, Donald Wayne McFarland, and let me go to work for you.
From brakes, exhaust, suspension, fluid changes, to expert collision and auto body, to turning your 4x4 or diesel from mild to wild, get real auto maintenance, paint, and repair at Black Smoke Performance in Dixie of Sayersville. 349-8785.
Appalachian Wireless wants to know if you're tired of settling for a phone you didn't really want because it was more about the cost of the device rather than the phone you really wanted. Well, Appalachian Wireless has the solution, and it's called the Appalachian Advantage. With Advantage, every phone model is back on the table because you only have to pay the taxes on the device you really want. Many of our hottest smartphones are less than $50 up front, then a few extra dollars on your monthly bill. With Appalachian Advantage. Payment agreement is required. See store for complete details.
Here's your calendar announcements following your 4th of July celebration events, which I've got for you tonight. 4th of July celebration is 2 weeks away for us, with the exception of one event out and ahead of that a week from tomorrow, brought to you by the Sayersville Renaissance Program and the City of Sayersville, and of course with a lot of other participating partners. Yes, 2 weeks away from the actual 4th of July celebration weekend, but just a little more than a week away from the first event of this year's 4th of July celebration for the City of Sayersville, because not this Saturday, tomorrow, but a week from tomorrow on Saturday the 29th from 6 to 11, which I'm assuming means they've got a lot of contestants this year, the Miss and Master Firecracker Pageants. That's Saturday the 29th at the Cabin Stage at the Pioneer Village and Museum. The Miss and Master Firecracker Pageants will officially kick off the holiday schedule. And then the next week on Friday, things pretty much as standard operating procedure. Friday, July the 5th, the Watermelon Social beginning at 7. This will be in the Sayersville City Park over around the gazebo across from City Hall. They have gotten together, as you are going to hear in the community calendar in just a few moments, with the Extension Service and have some really cool activities for the kids. Black Powder Express is going to be there, and they're going to have an open stage youth event as well, all sponsored by Sayersville Renaissance on Main. That's Friday for a wonderful evening at the City Park. Not the Ramey Park, the City Park. And then Saturday the 6th, the parade downtown will, of course, start at 1. They'll start lining up at noon at the Magafa County Funeral Home and Logan Corporation parking lots. Free hot dogs and entertainment following the parade at the City Park across from City Hall around the gazebo. This year, they'll be honoring and recognizing Little Kenneth Howard, a name synonymous forever in our hearts, and the first responders who aided in his miraculous rescue, of course, after he was found in the woods behind his home days later. What a wonderful thing to do. Fireworks will begin around dark that night, and some entertainment, I think, as well, leading up to the fireworks as well. That's all that's planned thus far, possibly some more to come for the 4th of July. Now, with the exception of course, of the Miss and Master Firecracker Pageants next Saturday, 2 weeks away for everything else. Birthday wishes indeed kick off tonight's community calendar. Happy birthday to Bessie Brown. A lot of love from family and friends. Happy birthday to you, Bessie. Happy birthday, Bessie Brown. Now going on to other announcements and going back to the 4th of July festivities. The Extension Service here in Magoffin County and the Sagersville Renaissance Main Street program have come together for a really cool event for our kids ages 3 to 12. And this is Friday the 5th, the day before the 4th of July celebration here in Sagersville. And that will be from 5:30 to 7:30 in the Sagersville City Park lawn. They're going to have an event, a bicycle and tricycle parade for our little ones ages 3 to 12, where they're asked to decorate their bicycles and tricycles in a 4th of July theme and be a part of the little parade, and everyone who does gets a prize and an invite to ride in the big parade the following day on Saturday the 6th. All you have to do is come down, register at 5:30, and they're going to have the little bicycle, tricycle parade starting soon thereafter across from City Hall in Sagersville City Park. And tomorrow, the Sagersville Church of Christ is hosting their Vacation Bible School, a superhero vacation Bible school, 9 to 4 at Sagersville Church of Christ. And we're hosting calendar announcements every weeknight here at 6 and 11. All you have to do is tell me so I can tell everyone else about them. Going on to tonight's funeral service announcements, 91-year-old Elwood Eastep of Royalton Road passed away yesterday, married to Ruth May Eastep, who preceded him in death. He's survived by his son Joseph Eastep and daughter Gwendolyn Patrick. Visitation is tonight. Services start in the morning at 11 from the Magoffin County Funeral Home. Constance Connie Wireman, 78, of Fredville, passed away yesterday, survived by her husband Austin and her kids William Bill Austin Wireman and Kimberly Rudd, both of Sagersville, and 4 grandchildren. Connie was the co-founder of the Magoffin County Historical Society, also a retired teacher, a quilter, and a loving mother and grandmother. Funeral services in her honor will be held Sunday at 1 from the Magoffin County Funeral Home. Friends can call on the funeral home for visitation after 6 o'clock this Saturday. And lastly, in loving memory of Ernie Brown, love family and friends. On average, men live 4 to 5 years less than women, and men are 71%, or 12% more than women, at risk of obesity, and women are 100% more likely than men to visit the doctor for annual exams and preventable services. Guys, if something doesn't look or feel right with your body or mind, look to the professionals at Hope Family Medical Center who want to help you live a longer, healthier, happier life. From mental and physical health to your diet, prescriptions, physical activity, and more, Hope can help with all of it. That's Hope Family Medical Center in Sagersville. At Sagersville National Bank, they know your house is much more than your home. It's an investment, and for many of us, the biggest we'll ever make. And whether it's for needed repairs and maintenance, or a new addition or renovation to give you some more room and more equity, let Sagersville National Bank deal with all the financial work and worry. Real and real competitive, hometown, homegrown, home improvement loans at Sagersville National. Of course, you can always get guaranteed great deals this time of year on mowers and weed eaters and blowers, but right now at Parkway Gun and Pawn, they've also got an incredible selection of hand and power tools, guitars, and musical instruments just in, new and used, long and handguns, and ammunition and more, with no pawn limits and cash today on anything you want to sell or pawn. Parkway Gun and Pawn. Getting the best deal on the best tires with the best service has never been easier. Just log on to ConleyTire.net, check out the latest rebates, sales, and promotions, pick out the tires you want, and email, call, or come by. For huge savings from the family who's been proudly serving the area for over 32 years. Conley Tire in Staffordsville, 297-2424. If you haven't stopped by the seasonal shop lately, you're missing out. They've got new arrivals weekly and great deals every day, and the entire store has a fresh new look. Summer's here and the seasonal shop is ready for fun, sun, and the cutest clothes. They've got outfits for any special occasion you might have on your calendar or casual outfits for any day of the week. So come in and let them help you select the perfect outfit, and don't forget the jewelry. They've got a large selection of some of the most unique jewelry in the area, and they've got everything you need for your pool or beach days with bright, beautiful cover-ups and caftans, sunglasses, towels, and hats. And new patchwork Kentucky hats with a heart over Sagersville are the perfect way to keep the sun off your face. At Fraser's Prater Drugs Seasonal Shop. 2 items of business before I leave you this evening. One, most importantly, your weather forecast, where we do have showers coming, hours away. Hopefully the intensity of which they're just now making their way across the Kentucky border, and hours away, as I said. I'm going to move the timeline up to about midnight or soon thereafter as to when we may start to see those showers and possible storms, hoping for just the lighter of which in the shower activity. There is a flash flood watch in effect for parts of Kentucky as of right now, not our part. Yeah, showers are coming, and if they hold together, they could be rather on the heavy side tonight, and we could see some storm activity as well. We'll take a look at your severe thunderstorm potential throughout the later evening hours and into tonight, brought to you by the National Weather Service out of Jackson. You'll notice to your right, we, that being the viewing area, firmly in a marginal risk category, which is just above essentially no risk of severe thunderstorms. Hail threat is very low. Damaging winds is low. Tornado threat very, very low. Flooding at a medium risk with the showers that we could see. Not everyone will see them. Some may see some rather intense showers and storms during the overnight. As for the flood watch that's in effect as of right now, it's not in effect for the viewing area, but in effect from 10 o'clock tonight through 11 o'clock in the morning on your Saturday. That could be extended or changed given the track of the storms that could be headed our way. In a few hours, you'll want to start keeping a closer eye on your radar and current weather conditions. With your forecast laid out like this, a 30% chance of showers right now exist for us, and the National Weather Service's last update had around 2 a.m. I'm going to back that up just a bit if these hold together, maybe closer to midnight, hoping that they won't be on the severe side. Again, keep your eye on weather conditions during the overnight. More clouds as they increase, and a low of 63 for your Friday, and a cooler Saturday and a wet one in store. Sad to say. There is some light at the end of this tunnel. Just wait for it. It's not coming out this weekend, but wait for it. I've got some good news weather-wise in a second. So for your Saturday, we're talking about showers and storms likely, the bulk of which mainly before 2, but a lingering chance of showers thereafter, on and off throughout the rest of your Saturday. Once again, upper 70s, low 60s for your high and low. Sunday, more showers and storms likely, and likely to start earlier than later on your Sunday as well, with about 84 degrees, mostly cloudy skies, showers, storms still possible, but a lesser chance, down to about 30% by Sunday night. Monday starts a trend. Bear with me. I know it still says 60% chance of showers, but Monday starts a trend. Showers are likely. We're talking about a 60 to 70% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mainly in the afternoon. After 2 or so, we're going to see 84 degrees and mostly sunny conditions. And we'll see those shower chances continue Monday night to the tune of about 60%. Where's the change, you ask? Well, the first part of the change is some mostly sunny skies for the first time in a while on your Monday. And here's the real change. It starts Tuesday. And when's the last time you saw a run like this? Sunny and mostly clear, or mostly sunny and partly cloudy, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, maybe even after and into your next weekend. Yeah, I know, that's the next weekend. But a lot of sun, dry conditions, low to mid-80s, starting Tuesday through the end of next week. And here's to hoping that that will carry on through the weekend. And that will wrap it up for tonight. I wish I was leaving you with better weather circumstances for the weekend, but it looks as though it's going to be another wet one. Flooding could be an issue. Watch the weather as it rolls in later on tonight, and we hope to see you back here, and we will, under much brighter and sunnier skies next Monday, and hopefully for days thereafter. Thank you all for watching. Good weekend, and good night.